Hi, I'm Corey Ansel, and for this week's Diversey 2-minute drill, we're going to talk about the process of manually mixing chemical to water. Sometimes we have to do this with certain products, so we're going to talk about understanding how to do it and doing it in a safe and effective way. So the first thing we want to talk about is safety. We want to make sure we take care of our hands and our eyes. Follow the SOPs for your place of business. You may have extra precautions that you need to take based on what you're handling. So the first thing we want to discuss is ratio, understanding what a ratio means. What I have represented here is 1 to 3, a ratio of 1 to 3. So I have 1 part chemical to 3 parts water. And when we say part, we're talking about equal volume. So this is 1 to 3. Now, when I talk about mixing the chemical, there's some different ways that we can do it. So some dosing platforms like AccuMix or SmartDose, these are engineered to give you a specific amount, and you would take that amount based on how much water that it says to use, and those instructions are on the back of your bottle. But when I get to something like a 1-gallon jug that's a bulk platform, I'm going to have to manually pour this out. I never want to manually pour it out into my container, just glug it in, because then I don't know, I'm guessing how much is in there. What I want to do is take a device like a measuring cup where it's graduated. I know how much I've got in there. It's easier to pour a small amount into a small container versus trying to pour a small amount into a large container. So the order that you would do this in is you do it in the order of the water goes in first, followed by the chemical. Water is an activator for a lot of things. So we don't want to have my concentrated chemical in there, then put a small amount of water in as I'm filling it, then things could happen. We could get some fumes we don't like, or you could have a reaction. If you would accidentally spill this container at that point, that's a very concentrated solution that could affect some surfaces or splash onto people. So what I've got here, I've got a gallon of water already measured into my bucket, and I'm dealing with a solution that needs to be made at a ratio of 1 to 128. So 1 ounce of my product to 128 ounces of water. A gallon of water is 128 ounces, so 1 to 128 is a very common dilution ratio. So with the water already in the container, now I can take my solution and I slowly pour it in. Once I've added it, my solution's ready to go. I have now manually made a 1 to 128 solution. I'm Corey Ansel. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Diversey 2-minute drill. If you have any questions or need service, please call our technical support line at 1-800-558-2332.